Welcome, and thank you for watching my video, Monsanto, World Food Supplier. Monsanto is a company started by a pharmacist, which began by producing food additives and producing herbicides. It is now a biotechnology company, producing genetically engineered seeds that have infiltrated a large portion of the world's agricultural economy. Monsanto has a bad track record. To date, there are 26 countries that have banned GMO and Monsanto crops. Genetically modified organisms have not been extensively tested and therefore do not have any approval from any World Food Organization. From 1965 to 1969, Monsanto manufactured an herbicide by the name of Agent Orange that was used as a defoliant for the battleground landscapes in the Vietnam War, resulting in devastation of over 40% of the Vietnamese jungle, immediate death in those that were in the forest, as well as a lasting continuance of birth defects for generations to come. Children from these generations are born without eyes, without limbs, or with duplicates of limbs. The forests are still recovering. Monsanto has a previous offense with GMOs causing cancer. Because of them not being extensively tested, when independent researchers went to test them, these were the results. A scientist in Scotland tested the effects of GMO potatoes on rodents. Most of them died. Those of them that did not die exhibited diminished fertility, spontaneous abortion, and unhealthy offspring. Dr. Huber of Purdue University has recorded similar results in livestock that are fed genetically modified corn and soybeans that use Monsanto's herbicide Roundup. Rats fed those same types of crops develop multiple grotesque tumors as well as severe liver and kidney damage. If there are Food and Drug administrations and U.S. drug administrations that know about these tests, why has nothing been done? Nothing has been done because Monsanto employs people that have passed and presently work for them as well as the U.S. government. Multiple letters and urgencies of concern have been presented to the FDA with little to no response. Why? Isn't it the responsibility of the Food and Drug Administration to address health concerns of the American people regarding food? In this list, you can see U.S. senators, department directors of the FDA, people that are board members on Monsanto that are over the sector of commerce, people that are on the EPA, and as well as the USDA. Even the USDA director that is part of the Obama administration is a director at the Monsanto Danforth Center. Monsanto is trying to monopolize the world food economy through the marginalization of organic seed market and hiding behind natural food labels. The Farmers Assurance Provision passed by the Senate in 2013 is an act that says if a bioengineered crop is approved by the USDA and is later deemed controversial for health or environmental reasons, the crop is allowed to still be planted and sold until the USDA's decision is revised. It has been called by critics the Monsanto Protection Act because small farmers are not the ones producing genetically modified seeds, but they still have to pay for these seeds they receive from Monsanto, even if the crops cannot be produced or sold due to new regulations. Natural versus organic. The FDA does not regulate the term natural, which is said to be free from artificial or synthetic ingredients. And as a result of a multitude of costly lawsuits over genetically modified containing ingredients, companies such as Pepsi, Campbell's, and Pepperidge Farm have been forced to drop their natural and all-natural labels. Organic, on the other hand, is heavily regulated by the USDA and defined as produced by farmers who emphasize the use of renewable resources to enhance environmental quality for future generations. Organic meat, poultry, and dairy come from animals given no antibiotics or growth hormones. Other companies that have been sued for misleading natural labels include Kellogg's, Ben & Jerry's, Pepsi, Frito-Lay, and ConAgra. Litigation between farmers and Monsanto has been going on for quite a while. Monsanto's aggressive contract with farmers prohibits seed savings, which forces farmers to buy new seeds from Monsanto yearly. Any issues with Monsanto's GMO seeds are legally binded to be resolved according to laws of the state of Missouri, which is where Monsanto headquarters is, no matter where the farmer is in the world. These contracts can be agreed to in one of two ways: by either signing the contract physically or by opening a bag of their seeds. Monsanto has been known to sue organic farmers on nearby farms for patent infringement if their GMO seeds are blown onto organic farmers' land. This is problematic because studies show that genetically engineered crops overtake and kill other weaker strains of the same plant, so farmers lose product and are sued for something that they have no control over. And if these organic farmers decide to sue for damages of their crops, they cannot sue Monsanto directly. They have to sue the farmer who has used the GMO crops. GMOs have not been labeled, and this right here is a list of the 71 senators, U.S. senators, that have voted against genetically modified organism labeling in the U.S. Just recently, the state of Vermont passed a law that says that you have to label any GMO products within the state lines of the state of Vermont. This law was signed into act early May 2014. This week, industry trade groups such as the Biotechnology Industry Organization, which represents Monsanto, and the Grocery Manufacturers Association have criticized the law and threatened to sue the state of Vermont to overturn the law. Monsanto and RGBH, the recombinant bovine hormone. Recombinant bovine hormone is found in cows, dairy cows specifically. The product Posilac was tested for only 90 days before it received FDA approval. The hormone was patented and launched by Monsanto in 1994. Health Canada has deemed RBGH a sufficient and unacceptable threat to the safety of dairy cows. The same opinion is shared by the Scientific Committee on Animal Health and Animal Welfare in Europe. The hormone Posilac has caused mastitis. Mastitis is an inflammation in the mammary gland and udder tissue, causing detrimental effects such as swelling, redness, and pain in cattle, sometimes to the point of immobility. The milk produced by the infected cows may have abnormalities such as loss of thickness to the point of appearing watery. It may have flakes, clots, or even pus. The difference in pH between healthy milk is 6.6, with infected milk registering at 6.9. What you see here is a picture of a cow with an inflamed and enlarged uterus that has the disease mastitis that is still being used for the production of dairy. These dairy cows with this infection have to be pumped full of antibiotics in order for them to live and for their pain to be relieved. But those antibiotics being pumped into that cow's immune system are also now being poured into our milk. The overuse of antibiotics can cause viral strains and bacterial strains to be more resistant to any antibiotics that you may take. So, drinking milk for strong and healthy bones is also drinking milk for a weak and compromised immune system. What can we do? How do we stop Monsanto? The March Against Monsanto will be May 24th, 2014. In Chicago, Illinois, the march will take place starting at the Federal Plaza on 50 West Adams Street at 1 p.m. and will go on until 4 p.m. For more information about where the march is in your city and how you can get involved, you can either Google March Against Monsanto and then select your city from the list of cities that have marches, or you can go on Facebook and type in March Against Monsanto, select your city, and get involved with that Facebook group. Thank you.